Yo guys, thank you for tuning in. It's your boys Lord Boost and Leo the Pro. It's another episode of the UpComers. You know what it is, man.
Yeah, guys. Leo the Pro, Leo Wood, Written Studios, UpComers and Archivers.
Yes, sir.
And today we bring you guys the news, what was happening in the music industry, what was the highlights. I think the highlights so far was the what?
Yeah, but the topic of today is playlisting, like playlist.
The benefits of getting playlists.
Yeah, benefits of getting playlisted and getting your music playlisted and how to get playlisted. That's the main topic today. And of course, we're gonna talk about what's on everybody's mind, the main topics. Yeah. But regarding playlisting, guys, as you know, playlisting as an upcomer, as a musician, is very important for your music. Especially on platforms like Spotify, AppleMusic. There are some playlists on YouTube as well, but mainly all these other playlists, for them to get playlisted on them, you have to email the editor or the owner of the playlist, or whoever compiles the playlist. You have to email your music to them, pay a little incentive, like a little something for you to get playlisted, or for your music to be playlisted on their playlist. But on Spotify, if you wanna do it, if you don't have the funds to pay to get playlisted on these other platforms, on Spotify there's when you submit your music with your distribution company, they give you a window period. Like, let's say you submit your music a month before the actual drop date. So let's say you are submitting in June, you need to, let's say you are dropping in June, let's say your next song is dropping in June, or your album or your next single is dropping in June, and then you will need to submit at least a month earlier than that, like a month or two if actually you need to get playlisted on various playlists. But a month before you drop is also cool, man. You get your song there, and then you go to your profile on Spotify, you go to music, then you go to upcoming music, then they'll show you the track or the song or your album that is soon to drop, and then you submit to their playlist editor. There you tell them a little bit info about the track, your hometown, the track, what it's about, and plans to promote the track, and then you submit. And then if it's approved, you see your track will be playlisted on various playlists across Spotify. So that's another good thing about Spotify. I mean, they give upcoming artists who don't have the funds to get playlisted on these big playlists, because you gotta pay something on these other playlists. So except for Spotify, if you need to do it for free, you can do it that way.
Yeah, man, and there is a lot of advantage in getting playlisted, ne? And one of the main advantages is to be discovered, ne? Because you find out that some of those playlists, not even talking about the ones from Spotify, let's say the ones that people create, ne? Let's say me or you, if you create your own playlist and then you have a lot of likes, you have a lot of people listening to your playlist, you can actually get a lot from those guys, the ones who are putting those playlists together. Yes, getting playlisted from Spotify directly, that is huge, ne? We can say it's huge, because the moment Spotify put you on a playlist, it means they have intention to self-promote your song. It means like they have checked your song, and then they realize that the sound quality, production, mix and mastering, it is on the standard, ne? And then that's when you start getting playlisted. And one of the advantage of getting playlisted from Spotify is that you get a huge number of streams, ne? You get a huge number of followers, né?
Yeah.
You get a huge number. It's like people discover you on a daily basis, and you are doing that is like for free, né? You don't have to pay anything.
That's like free exposure, man.
Exactly, because at most of the time, if you want to be like in front of the target, your real target, you need to pay. On Facebook you pay to get your craft in front of the real audience, but on Spotify it happens for free. That's actually the advantage.
Yeah.
The challenge that you have is what? To make sure that your song, and you have to be consistent on your releases. That's another thing.
For sure, to be noticed, more relevant, and for them to push you on their algorithms,
Exactly.
you need to be consistent with your drop. Even your cover art of the song need to be like potent, like professional.
Because the moment you start getting playlisted, now you are competing with the big heads.
Yeah.
If they put you on a playlist for hip hops, let's say in South Africa, they have a playlist I think for each and every different country. So if they put you on a playlist for South Africa, hip hop, let's say hip hop songs of the month of the year, it means whoever listening to MT is going to listen to you. Whoever listen to Aries is going to listen to you. Whoever listen to, because when we jump, even me, when I jump to Spotify and then I wanna know what's going on in the market, the first thing that I wanna do is check playlists.
Check the playlist,
like who is trending, who.
Or the rap playlist, or the SNU music
What up in
playlist,
the
or
chart
the weekly chart,
Exactly.
or the top hits.
Exactly, exactly. So those are the things that comes with the advantage of getting playlists.
Yeah.
So like is what you would already said. All you gotta do is to submit your song.
Yeah.
But let's remind you guys that it's not gonna happen on your first shot.
No, for sure. No.
You're gonna have to submit a lot of projects until one of them. Don't expect you to submit your one single and then you are not getting playlist, and then you get disappointed and then you give up. No, guys.
If you don't get playlisted the first time, try again.
Try again. They wanna see your consistency.
Yeah.
They wanna see how is your craft. They want you to have a catalog before they even put you on a playlist.
For sure.
It's like a house. Even if you want to like invite people to your house, you have to buy furniture. Understand? You have to decorate your house. You have to paint and all the buy things that when your guest is they come, they feel welcome, they feel like coming back again.
So when new people discover you, they have to find you with a lot of good music out there,
You
a
need
lot of good content, a lot of
Exactly.
consistent,
a lot of features,
for sure.
a lot of playlists. You understand? That's how you start getting like recommended for different playlists. And then if you can even get luck, you find out like you are getting playlisted by individuals.
Yeah.
Because even those individuals, they still go to those
Big playlist or nice playlist, discover new artists and then add them on their own playlist.
Yeah. So these are the use. And then on YouTube, it's basically the same thing.
The same, but like you have to like find whoever is making these playlists, man. So it's a bit
That's the
tricky
thing of
about
YouTube.
that.
And most of these people, they are charged.
Right,
But
obvious.
if you believe that your music have that power, I don't think whatever they are charging is more than what you can get back.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like we have heard about people who made it from those playlists. People who get discovered to a point where now they are making a living from their music only. So we shouldn't necessarily underestimate the power of these playlists.
So on playlist, I think that's all we can talk about for today, man. If you check, it's been a crazy past 2 weeks, Leo, man. It's been crazy out there. We had the Grammys 3 days ago. We had the SuperBowl. But your thoughts about the Grammys, Liam Award?
Yeah, the Grammys, when was it? It was on the 2nd,
Yeah,
2nd of February.
2nd of February.
It was, I think it was 67, which 67, edition number 67. And one of the highlights of the night was Kendrick Lamar.
5 in one day.
Yeah, man. Kendrick Lamar, it wasn't a hat trick, it was like a hat trick plus 2 on top, man.
Yeah.
So the man managed to grab himself like 5 Grammys in one night, which made him the most awarded artist of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Kendrick Lamar, I think Kendrick Lamar had a great year. 2020 what? 2024, yeah, 2024. We can say it was Kendrick Lamar. It wasn't just Kendrick Lamar. It was Kendrick Lamar. It was Drake. It was Metro Boomin. It was the people who were involved on the beef was happening last year. Because if you guys remember, Kendrick Lamar, he came from his last album, which didn't do so well, and last year he was invited by Metro Boomin for a feature where Metro Boomin was working on an album with, what's the name of the album again, bro?
Which one? Mr. Morale and the Big Staples?
No, the one for Metro Boomin and
the one We Don't Trust.
Yeah, We Don't Trust. So Kendrick Lamar was invited to feature on We Don't Trust.
On Like That, track.
Yeah, and then he dropped the what? He dropped the Dangerous Line.
The hell of a verse, like the whole verse was on fire.
Yeah, it was on fire. And seems like the big Drake, which is has been Drake for the past 11 to 12 years, because Drake, he was signed by Young Money, I think. Young Money, I think 2009. Yeah, 2009. So from 2009 until what was last year, it was Drake all over the place, man. It's like there was no way to control him, there was no way to stop him, and unfortunately it ended up upsetting some people. Like, that's the power of success. The more powerful you become, the more enemies you start making as well. So I feel like it was a advantage and a disadvantage for Drake, because he remained consistent since. Man, I know Drake from what? Hold on, we're going home. You understand, Man, Drake was there 2014, 2013. And Drake was still there last year.
No, Drake's been killing it for a while.
Yes, right? And so unfortunately, like, not everyone took it as a good thing, like that. The
good thing for the game.
Yeah, for the game, that the only one man is running the game for so long. So Kendrick Lamar, he dropped the line, which didn't sit well for Drake. Actually, the line was part of the song that Drake did with J. Cole, where Kendrick Lamar dropped the line referring to what Drake said on the song that he did with J. Cole. And J. Cole dropped the diss first. Did you remember?
The one he retracted.
Yeah, so J. Cole released this track, but I don't know, man. The man decided that it wasn't worth the whole beef and what, so he decided to step back. But Drake, I think he was also, he knew who he was. He knows who he is actually, and then he knew that he have a huge fan base, and his fan base wouldn't let him down. Yeah, that's when Drake decided to respond to the lines that Kendrick Lamar said on like that. And that's when the whole beef started. And Kendrick Lamar dropped the song called Not Like Us, which was one of their biggest songs from last year. And that's the song that led him to one of the most awarded artists for the Grammys.
His biggest night of his career.
Yeah, man. That's a blessing.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's a big blessing.
Yeah, so apart from that, we had what?
Another highlight from the Grammys was Beyonce winning the album of the year. Finally, but as a country album, so that's like huge, man. It's been long time coming, man. She's the most nominated for all the Grammys. So it's like it's about time she gets a nod for album of the year, you know. And
that's the same thing that Jay-Z was talking.
Yeah, for sure,
last
man.
year, because it was like, why my wife
Got the most nominations.
Yeah, but she never wins album of the year. That's wrong.
Sure.
2025, his dream came true.
For sure. And another one whose dreams came true was Chris Brown. After a long time, finally won the Grammy for 1111, his album he dropped last year. That's like a dope album. Yeah, shout out to Chris Brown for
and let's remind
album,
that it took him nearly 12 years.
Yo, after people trying to cancel him for the
last time Chris Brown won a Grammy was 2012.
Imagine. So shout out to Chris Brown.
2012 to 2025. And he's been in the game. It's not
for
like,
a long time. Chris Brown is goated for sure.
Not like
he's
it
been
took a
in the
break
game. We
or
all know that, man. And another thing, shout out to him for including South Africans on the Residuals music video for his show on at FNP Stadium. So big shout out to Chris Brown. Yeah.
And they are talking about Africa. The highlight was Thames,
Oh, Thames, yeah, won a Grammy, another Grammy, the second Grammy.
Best African performance.
Shout out to Thames.
She was going against Asak, Wizkid, Davido, but luckily she managed to win, which means how powerful, how big she is.
No, she's dope. Thames is dope as hell.
And let's
shout
remind
out
that
to
this is her
Thames.
second Grammy.
Yeah, that's the second Grammy for Thames. So big shout out to Thames, man.
Shout out.
Yeah, I think that's about it for the Grammys.
Let me just try to see who was some other nominations, so we can just
for the Grammy.
Give them a little bit of more details. Album of the year go to Beyonce,
Yeah, album of the year.
With Cowboy Carter,
Cowboy Carter, shout out Beyonce.
And then song of the year goes to Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. And then our best new artist, we had Chappelle Ron. I don't know, but yeah.
I don't know.
What else? Songwriter of the year. We also have best rock song. I'm not a fan of rock, but for those who like rock music, the best rock song was Broken Man by Andy Clark. And then best R&B made for me, the best rap performance again, Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. Best rap song, Kendrick Lamar again. Yeah, man. I think that's
about it on the Grammys, man. And talking about Kendrick Lamar, you all know he was headlining the Super Bowl, man. On the Super Bowl, people have got mixed feelings about the Super Bowl, man. Some are saying it was cultural, it was full of a message for the culture. Some say it was crap, some say it wasn't nice at all. even Kai Sinat, who was one of the people at the stadium, is like saying, you all know Kai Sinat, right? So he's like, nah, that shit was crap. Not, yeah, he says the fans were not singing along to the music. So, and me watching the Super Bowl on YouTube, because I only watched it on YouTube. I could see some moments when the fans were singing along, and I could see some moments when the fans were not singing at all. But I wouldn't talk because I wasn't there at the Super Bowl stadium. But the people are there mostly are saying it was quiet, the crowd wasn't singing along. Kendrick made a shit show. I should have played mostly his hit song, the song that the people know.
He decided to base the Super Bowl in this song.
He actually decided to involve everything around Drake. You know, even the necklace he was wearing, the Not Like Us thing, all that thing. He centered his biggest moment of his career around another man, and for me, that's like, you know, that's a lose for you as an artist, man. You can't be on the biggest stage as an artist and be there pushing that kind of agendas and violence and lies, and you know, on the biggest stage of your career. You should be there showcasing your talent, the best songs you've got, your best performance. You should be there showcasing your best side as an artist, who you are. Gaining new fans, that's the biggest stage you could be on as an artist. And for him to go and center it around Drake and all that, for me, I wouldn't say that's a win, and I really didn't think he did a great job around the whole Super Bowl thing and the performance. But that's my take, you know, everybody got his own take. But shout out to Uncle Sam, you know, the legend, who's this legend, who was the Uncle Sam on Super Bowl. He acted the role for no, not Eddie Murphy. But anyway, so I think that's about it on the Grammys, man. Shout out to the Grammys. Shout out to Serena Williams on the Super Bowl, man. So I think that's about it on the Super Bowl. I think you guys even saw Serena Williams there dancing. Imagine an ex of yours dancing with on the biggest stage on a diss song that is calling you a pedophile. Imagine such stuff, man. But anyway, that's life, guys. You know how it is. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar for his biggest moment of his career. Shout out to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
I think that's all for today.
Yeah, I think that's about it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Comment as well, but like, subscribe, and share. You know how it is. It's the UpComers, Lord Woods, and Leo the Pro. Away.